this ASMR video, I'll be making a hamburger and more using software. Shift A, go to Mesh, and add a plane. Press S to scale it up. Go to Asset Browser. And I'm going to add a color to the plane. I'm going to select the render display. Shift right click, Shift A, add a circle. Select 20 vertices. Select edit mode. G, then Z. Scroll up. E, then S. G, then Z. E, then S. And Alt F. Press A to select everything. S to scale it up. Press Tab to go into object mode. Add a modifier. Press 7 for top view. Shift A. And select a cube. Press S to scale it down. Press 1 for front view. G, then Z. Select the plate. Move it down so that it touches the plane. Press S to scale down the cube. Select the plate, then add a metallic color to the plate. Then select the cube, press S, then Y. Scale it up. G, then Z. Move it up. Then move it down. I'm going to add a color to the cube. Okay, now the cube looks like a French fry. I'm going to shift right click, Shift A, and I'm going to add an area light. G, then Z to move it up. Increase the number of watts. Press R to rotate it. Press R to rotate. Press 7 for top view. Rotate the light. Okay, 1 for front view. G, then Z. Next I'm going to press Shift select the fries, Shift D, snap it back, then G, then Y, then R, then Z. To rotate it, then G, then Y. I'm going to move the fries around. Go to top view, press G, G, then Y, R, then Z. G, then Z to move it up. G, then Y. Okay, we have French fries on a plate. Next, I'm going to press Shift, then right click to place the 3D cursor. Then I'm going to press Shift A, go to Mesh, and select a UV sphere. Type 20 for the segments. G, then Z. G, then Z to move the sphere up. Press Tab for edit mode, then Shift C for X-ray, 1 for front view. Then I'm going to press SC. Scale it down. Then I'm going to press Face and select the faces. Then I'm going to press SC, then 0. Then G, then Z. Move it up. Next, I'm going to press 7 for top view. Right click, then select Shade Auto Smooth. Then I'm going to select Sculpting. Again, press 7 for top view. I'm going to select Dine Topo, press OK. And I'm going to look for crease, select crease. I'm going to add creases. Okay. Go back into layout. Press Tab. Press 1 for vertices. Press A to deselect everything. Shift Z for X-ray. I'm going to select some of these vertices. Press G to grab them. G to grab them. G. Grab them. Move some in, move some out. Okay. Okay, press 1 for front view. I'm back in object mode. Next I'm going to press Shift D to select escape. Then G, then Z. Next I'm going to press R, then Y, then 180. I'm going to press 7 for top view. Shift right click to place the 3D cursor. Shift A, select an area light. 3 for side view. G, then Z. To bring it up, then R, rotate. Then I'm going to set the number of watts to 55. Okay. Shift D. G, then Z. Press 1. I'm gonna add a color to the bun. It's a hamburger bun. The top and the bottom. Press 1 for front view. Move it over. Press tab and shift Z. Select the top faces. Press 3 for faces. Select the top faces. And press G, Z. Drag them up. Select the bottom faces. And press S, Z, and 0. Select everything. And press S and Z. Okay, so now we have hamburger buns. Okay, I'm gonna press Shift, right click to position the 3D cursor, then press Shift A. Then I'm gonna add an icosphere. G, then Z, S, and Z. Then I'm gonna right click and select Shade Auto Smooth. Next, I'm gonna add modifiers. I'm gonna add a solidify modifier. Change the thickness. I'm gonna add a subdivision surface modifier. And I'm gonna add a displace modifier. Click on New and select Voronoi. I'm gonna add a color to the meat. And before I go any further, I'm gonna shift right click over here, Shift A, and I'm gonna add a sun. Press G, then Z to move it up, and R to rotate it. Okay, back to the meat. I'm gonna change these settings until I get something that looks like meat. Shift right click, Shift A, go to mesh, select the plane. 7 for top view, G and Y. Front view, G and Z, move it down, press S to scale it. I'm going to scale it inwards. G and Y. Scale it inwards just a little bit, like this. Okay, press 1 for front view, G then Z to move it up. Okay, I'm gonna add a color to the plane. modify the plane. I'm going to select, I'm going to tab, then I'm going to select the meat. I'm going to add a modifier, but before I do, I'm going to apply these modifiers. I'm going to add a collision modifier. I'm going to select the cheese and add a cloth modifier to it. Then I'm going to select timeline. And scroll to the side. And you can see that the cheese collapsed onto the meat like cloth. Okay, I like that. What I'm going to do is apply this modifier. Then press G, then C. And move the cheese up. Press S to scale it a little bit. Then G, then Z. To move it down. I'm going to press G, then Z. Move it up. Press tab. Press 7 for top view. Actually 1. Then I'm going to select these faces. Then I'm going to press G and Z and lift this. Tab to go back into object mode and G and Z. Alright, G and Z. Select these faces. Press G then Z. Move them up. G then Z. To move them down. Alright, select the cheese. Shade auto smooth. And once again, right click and hit shade smooth. Okay, so now we have meat and we have melted cheese. Select both and press G then X. Select the cheese and the meat. Press 7 for top view. Press G then X. Then G then Y. Press 1. Alright, I'm going to press G then Z. Move this down. Alright, so now we have hamburger buns, meat, and cheese. Okay, next I'm going to shift right click and place the 3D cursor to the side. Do shift A. Then I'm going to select circle. 20 vertices is fine. Press G, then Z to move it up. Select the Then I'm gonna press F for face. Then I'm gonna go right here, hit plus, then U. I'm gonna do it one more time, plus, then U. I'm gonna call this red tomato color. Alright, press 7 for top view. Then press K. Hit return. Press 3 for face. Then select the outer faces like this. Then press plus, then U. Call this lighter red color. Okay. And I'm going to select the lighter red color and press assign. Press K. Then return. Press K. Then return. Press K. Then return. Press K. Then return. Then select these faces and assign them this color. Then press K. Press return. Right, select these faces, then press plus, then U, and assign them this color, and tab out. Okay, I'm going to change this color. That, I like that. Press 1 for front view. Press tab, press A to select everything. Then press E, then C. Okay, right click, then shade auto smooth. Then press 7. G, then X to move it, then G, then Y, G, then X, 1 for front view, then G, then Z, S to scale it. Okay, so we have a slice of tomato. Next, shift right click to place the 3D cursor to the side. Then press shift A, mesh, and select plane. I'm gonna drag a color onto the plane. I'm gonna press G, then Z to move the plane up. Press tab for edit mode, right click and subdivide. Press tab to go back into object mode. Next I'm going to add modifiers. I'm going to add an ocean modifier. Select displace. Adjust these settings. Okay. I'm going to add another modifier. I'm going to add a displace modifier. Press new. Then I'm going to select STUCCI. However you say that. Next I'm going to change these settings. Press S then C, scale it down. S then C. Scale it. Okay. Go to top view. Right click and select shade smooth. Right click again and select shade auto smooth. So I'm doing both. I'm going to add one more modifier. And it's going to be a solidify modifier. I'm going to increase the thickness to 0.02. Okay, I'm going to go to top view. I'm going to press G, then X, G then Y, S to scale it, then G, then Y, S to scale. Then I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to press Shift D, snap it back, then R, then Z to rotate. Press 1 for front view, then press G, then Z to move it up. Press 1 for front view, then G, then Z to move the second lettuce up. Alright, so we got 2 pieces of lettuce on the burger. Select the top bun, then press G, then Z. I'm going to select the tomato. I'm going to play around with it. See what looks best. One huge slice or several small slices of tomato. Press S. S to scale down, G then Y, move it forward, G then X, Shift D to duplicate, G then X, press S to scale it down, right, G to grab it, then move it like this, then 1. Alright. G then Z. And select these, then G then Z. Move them down. Okay. Top view, Shift D, then G, then Y, Shift D to duplicate, then G, then Y. Okay, this hamburger has extra tomatoes. Alright, I'm gonna select the hamburger, the buns, go to top view, select everything, press 1, then press G and Z, select the bun, the top bun, then G, then Z, and move it down until it touches the plane. Select the top bun, G, then Z, then move it up. Okay, and I have too many slices of tomato. I'm gonna select these, then G, then Z, move them down. Alright, 1. Okay, so we have a hamburger and we have fries. I'm gonna press 7 for top view, select the plate, select the fries, G, then X, move them to the side like this, then 1 for front view. Next, Shift right click, Shift A, mesh, then add a plane, then S to scale it up, then G, then Y. Okay, so the hamburger is sitting on something. Okay, next, I'm gonna add a cup. Shift right click, select cylinder, number of vertices, let's choose 16. Press S to scale, then G, then Z to move it up. Tab, then 1 for vertices. Shift Z for X-ray. I'm going to select the bottom vertices. Shift Z to get it out of X-ray. Then press S to scale it down. Press 3 for face, then select the top face, then delete the top face. Then press A, select everything, add a modifier. Add a solidify modifier, so that makes the cup thicker. Right Click. And I chose Shade Auto Smooth. Okay. Next, I'm gonna select the material plus the new. Let's make the cup a little bit bigger. Okay. I'm gonna go back and make some adjustments. I'm gonna change this white color in the tomato. I'm gonna press G, then X, then move it back into the hamburger. And once you change it in one place, it changes in the other slices of tomato. G, then X to move it back. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add more lettuce. I'm gonna press Shift D to duplicate, snap it back. Then I'm gonna press R and Z to rotate it. Then G, then Y to move it forward. G, then Y, move it forward. S, scale it down. G, then Y to move it forward, then scale it down. G to grab it. R, then Z to rotate. G to grab it. Then I'm going to press Shift D to duplicate, snap it back, then G, then Y to move it back, G to grab it, R, then Z to rotate it. G, then Y to move it back, then G to grab it and move it. Alright, press 1. I'm going to move the top hamburger bun down a little bit. Press G, then Z. Move it down. Okay. G, then Z. Move this up. Select this French fry, then press G and Y and move it back. Select this other French fry. Actually go to top view, see what I'm dealing with. G then Y. Then move that back. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed.